How's it going, everybody? So let's turn the volume up. There we go. And I want to do a big prep. Let me shut everything down that I can. It looks like everything is. So I just want to, I think most of this prep is about August 7th. Goodness gracious. I've got all of this prep here. Blink twice, Blink 182 video. So blink twice is kind of like a reference to being dead. And that's the new movie coming out. August 23rd, 823. Just kind of went over that in a previous video that when you do take my 7 times 6 times 1961, August 23rd does begin it, and it is day 236 of the year, which is in the heart of the number. So it'll be a high watch day when we get to it. July 19th solved. How was July 19th solved? July 19th, 1961, which that year divides evenly by 37. And to the rising day, potential rising day of August 9th, it is a palindrome, 23032. So again, I do want to point out per previous video that I only shared on one platform. So I want to run that for y'all now. Trump is 88, yes, but 470 in Jewish. But if you look at Donald Trump, you've got the 89 in the Jewish, and that's the most biblical. That's where we get the 666 with Trump and all that. So it's got the 89 or the rising day of August 9th built right into Donald Trump in Jewish gematria. Now, if you add the J for Donald J. Trump, well, the August 9th is still in there, 1189. So it's a very interesting date, this whole 89 going down, or the event taking place on Wednesday for the TV show Wednesday, which Odin is married to Frigg. Friday, the only female date or day named after is Friday, Frigg, Norse mythology. Let's keep busting through this prep, though. But yeah, it's a palindrome. Because July 19th is connected to, in gematria, August 7th. And July 19 is connected to August 9th. Anyway, Year of the Dragon, July 19th, code 2012, Dragon. When you go back to the Year of the Dragon and you do July 19th, it's 4,404 days. So that's the prime number for the church, 444, fused with the book of Revelation, 404. So again, we wanted to look at July 19th on all these different years and see how they lead to this 8-7 event rising on 8-9. Now, the rising is nothing more than a spiritual possession of Satan possessing the body, but World War III begins. And Satan is running World War III, possessing or using Trump's body as an avatar. But the world will think Trump to be dead until the end of World War III and his appearing at the abomination of desolation. Who can make war with the beast? He will have seemingly came back from the dead, put an end to World War III. The earth will be extremely supernatural. Extremely supernatural. Even though I know all about it, if I'm not a sheep, the Lord hand me right over to believing every bit of it. That's how supernatural it'll be. Jesus said a deception so great that if it were possible, the very elect would be deceived. You look at the end of Raiders of the Lost Ark, and you can kind of get an idea of what I'm talking about. Let's continue on. 2020 and July 19th. Remember, both dates come to August 7th and August 9th. July 19th and July 19. Well, you get 148 and 1480. Well, you get 148 in both of them. So if you run July 19th, 2020, that famous year, it's 1480 days, 1482 days. So 148 for Donald J. Trump in both of them. It's pretty spectacular stuff. Even if nothing happens on that date, the way this stuff bounces, it's fascinating. So, Robert Langdon Technology, we look at clues. Marjorie Cameron Parsons Kimmel, she was the Scarlet Woman when they did the Babylon Working. Jack Parsons, L. Ron Hubbard, or Jack Parsons, and yeah. Anyway, out in the desert, creating the Moonchild with Aleister Crowley's tutelage. Babylon Working is 144 and 1212. Again, Antichrist and Church, that 1212 and 144. Babylon 47. And that's not how we spell Babylon, but that's how they spelled it in their Babylon Working to hit all of these ciphers. If you run her to 89, 89 does begin the hours, 322 begins the seconds, but she is 37364. Yeah, lots of interesting stuff there, but nothing I can really drive you crazy about. The Mayan calendar date, 11/7 and 19 code. So the Mayan calendar fiasco of 12/21, 2012 to R89 potential rising day. Well, you do have 49 Antichrist. Remember, Antichrist is 49. Donald J. Trump is 49 in full reduction. Isn't Antichrist 49, or did I get them confused? Murder. Antichrist is 49, and Donald J. Trump is 49 in full reduction. Wow, what a smash hit that is. Yeah, because murder's full reduction. Yeah, all of that, right? Um, no, murder's 34, I mean, sorry. Sorry, I had to check something. But yeah, is there anything else we need to look at over here? Because I'm going to start getting rid of all of these tabs. Then we'll get back to the prep. Yeah, that's just fascinating right there. But I was going to save that for a personal cipher. No, I won't even fool with it. Let's come over here to these tabs. I just need to get back to the prep. And then I'll pause and check all that so I don't waste our time. With the Mayan calendar, let's get back to the lecture at hand. 11 years, 7 months, 19 days. for 719 code, for July 19th code. But there's your Revelation 11:7, the rising on the rising day, and it is 49. Fused with 24, 4249 on the 8/9 date from the Mayan calendar date, 4249, 4249. I mean, it's just it's big time coincidences, if nothing else. Book of the Law, which in the Bible, it's spoken of oftentimes, the book of the law, talking about the law of Moses. Well, Aleister Crowley and the whole, Mystery Babylonian world, or the more deeper satanic side of Mystery Babylon, they had a book of the law. And the book contains 3 chapters, each of which Crowley said he dictated and written down in 1 hour, beginning at noon on April 8th, April 9th, and April 10th in Cairo, Egypt, in the year 1904. So when you run that date, the months, the hours, you do have 144. This is what time Trump was born, 1054. You have the 144, which is Revelation's number for the church, along with the prime number for Revelation's number for the church, 444, because 12 times 37. 37 is 12th prime number. 37 is prime number for the church. So 12 times 12 is 144. 12 times 37 is 444. And there is, so let's click it and see what all we're looking at there. There is the 1443 months. But if you drop it back to April 8th, interesting, those were solar eclipse dates too. But Aleister Crowley's April 8th, 9th, and 10th, 1904 to the rising day, you do have that 144. 1054 begins the hours, again, which is the hour Trump was born at 10:54 a.m. So these are all big time deals for the rising on 8/9. Again, if you go to when he began it on 4/8/1904 to the rising day, then the months turn into that 10444, 1,444, or 144 fused with 444. Fascinating. Let's get rid of these tabs if we can. Yeah. I'll do all those in a minute. I keep on wanting to get rid of those tabs in my OCD. Well, OCD's demons with my ADHD, where my mind goes doing about 10 things at once. And so murder codes are here, book of the law to, yeah, I'm not gonna worry about that. Chicago. Yeah. That's already taken place. So the LeBron James, with all the murder codes, with all the 38s, when he broke that scoring record on 2/7/2023, it is a direct hit on 8/15/2024 with our 555 days, the 37 progressions. If we run it though too, it's a perfect 18 months, which is 6 + 6 + 6. Wow. Okay. We like it. We'd call that a direct hit, wouldn't we? Fahrenheit 9/11. May 17th, June 25th. I don't know. Did I not run the dates? Because I'm not going to fool with it now. The total lunar 2-hour 8-7. So the total lunar of 11/8/2022, 2-hour 8-7 date is that 6:38. And 38 is murder in reverse full reduction. And it's 1 year, 8 months, 30 days. So there's your 83, which is also murder. 187 is in the minutes, murder code. So it is very fascinating. I keep getting this 12/4. When I run that eclipse, yeah, it's 9/7/7. There's that 9/7. It's 2 years, 8 months, 3 days, 83, murder again, and full reduction. First solar eclipse that formed the X across America was on 8/21/2017. When we run that to our 8/7 murder date of the fake staged event, you do have Revelation 11:7, Zechariah 11:17, the right eye wound Bible verse coded. It's 6 years, 11 months, 17 days. 11:17, Zechariah 11:17. The right eye wound Bible verse. It's 83 months, 17 days, 83, murder, code. Wow. The Salman Rushdie guy that had the right eye wound. When you go to the stabbing of Salman Rushdie, when we run the date to 8/7, it's a perfect 726 days, which is Antichrist in English gematria, which is 6 times English ordinal or 6 times simple gematria. But it is one of their ciphers on the gematria calculators, English gematria. It's 726. Perfect. Right on it. What are the chances of that? He has a right eye patch, by the way. Did I mention that? So I will tell you this about August 7th, 8th, and 9th. They are connections of when I turned 22266 days old, 22267 days old, and then 22268 days old. They are 37 connections or 37 progressions to that of when I turned that, which would have been a few years ago. On 6/22, 6/23, and 6/24 of 2022. Well, it says right there when it happened. And remember, 68 is the reversal of 86, but it's also Antichrist in reverse full reduction, or one of them. I don't know. Yeah, reverse full reduction. That's a big deal, man. Because the rising would be on day 222. And I would be 22268 days old progression of when I turned 22268 days old. It's a 37 progression to his rising or the 68 or when he becomes Antichrist on day 222. I don't know if y'all followed all that, but that's just nuts. Might have did a really poor job of explaining that. Here's one for you. 399 is murder in Jewish gematria, the most biblical when we run it times 2024. There's the August 7th date, pops right up just like that. That's mind-blowing. "37 progressions from 9/11 to Agent 99, Agent 86, September 9th. It's 839. Oh, yeah. I will tell you that September 9th will be a very high watch date when the time comes. I want to, yeah, we'll save that one. Now, the Joker 2 release date is October 4th, 2 days after the Ring of Fire eclipse. That's a big deal. And that's the end of that prep. So let me go through stuff and see if there's anything to show. Yeah, so Mom was reading the It book by Stephen King when Donnie walked by at the beginning of Donnie Darko. And if the It novel was released September 15th, 1986. So if we run that date to our 89, let's just say rising day, it's 13843 days. 138 is Donald Trump in simple gematria. That's a big deal. That's a really big deal. Yeah, that's a big deal. Hang on, I'll keep looking for stuff. Oh, when that Super Bowl when the lights went out, it was on February 3rd. It would be 138 months from then. Donald Trump, simple gematria. But it's also 4203 days. And that Super Bowl was on day 203, February 3rd. 16 years, excuse me, that's 11 years and 6 months for backwards upside down 9/11, 116 code that they gave us in Back to the Future. 187 is in the hours. 100,000, 872, 1872 is your hours when you drop the zero. It's a big deal. Yeah, big deal. It's a big deal. So there's nothing been added to his rallies. The what do you call it? The flower full moon. When we run the flower full moon, it's 11,088 hours. It's 462 days. We know that 602 is revelation, the Strong's Concordance. And that's a really big deal there. Not going to get into it, but that was 1117 code, big time in a personal cipher. Hang on. So you remember me telling you the 222 codes of when I turned 222 66, 222 67, 222 68, and how they all hit. They are 777 days when you pop them. That's how they're 37 progressions. 111, 888 in the minutes. 111 weeks, but it's 777 days. That's a big deal. That's a big deal that on day 222, he would be rising, which is 68 Antichrist, 2 different ways. And it's a 37 progression of when I turned 222, 68 days old. It's a 777 days apart, or it is a 37 progression. 21 of them. So that's a big deal. All right, so this was some prep that I had made for y'all. The Dark Night to the 87 date or the August 7th date, it's 5864 days. So there's your 86 code right there. Also 586 for the church. in its captivity and 586 BC, 587 BC. Both dates are listed because it was kind of over a 2-year span, apparently. But we've Googled it many times, and 586 comes up, 587 comes up. There it is, 586.4 for the Dark Knight release. They did have a premiere on the 14th. And it is still 586, 5868 days. 838 in the weeks, by the way. That's a big deal. 83 is murder, and 38 is murder in those gematria ciphers. Reverse ordinal, reverse full reduction. Yes, indeed. If you run the Dark Knight. Oh, I know what this is. This is that premiere date. I'm sorry. For Mamma Mia, Here We Go Again. When you run its premiere date of 7/16/2018 to the rising day, it is 2216, 216 code, 6 times 6 times 6. Remember, Mamma Mia, Here We Go Again is 9/11. Here we go again. We've shown you that many times. If you run simply the Dark Knight Rises to the rising day, if you include both dates, it's 4404. Well, 440 is Antichrist in Jewish gematria, the most biblical. When we get the 666 Trump and all that from the Drumpf, it's 144 in the months. That's if you include both dates. It's 4404 or 440 Antichrist fused with 404, the amount of verses in the book of Revelation. That's impossible. I mean, that alone would tell you that he's going down 8/7, rising on 8/9. That again is if you include both dates. It's 144 in the months also, regardless of including both dates or not. Wow. The day they had the big event at the, where they make all the laws, and there was a big Donald Trump. They held a Trump rally there. It was fake and it was staged, of course. And I don't know why I'm running that. I need to run it to 8/7 and see if, yeah, it's 187 weeks perfectly. So that would be the first month of the year on the 6th in 2021. We all know what took place that day, right? They held a Trump rally where they make the laws. Fake staged event. Nobody died. And it's exactly 187 weeks to our 86ing day of August 7th. The opening of One World Trade Tower to the rising day is a perfect 117 months for Revelation 11:7, the rising. And it's 117, 6 days. So you have the 7/6 code, which is Adam, Strong's Concordance, New Testament. Big deals. Big deals. They always give us that October 26 code. Again, Skyfall, Donnie Darko, and Spectre all had opening dates or premiere dates or whatever on October 26th. So I decided to run the last time it was October 26th to our potential 86ing day, and it's 286 days. 286 somebody to eliminate them. If you include both dates, then you get 287, which is the date of August 7th. Either way, doesn't matter. Fascinating. on a certain channel that I don't share across all my platforms, I discussed a gentleman that lost his life. And we were showing, he was born 7/27, 1960. When you run his birthday to August 7th or 87, it's 23387. And the 38 is murder. So it's got the 33, the 38, the 87 all fused together. He died on day 128, 120, 1288 is in the hours. So if you're on that one channel, put that with it. That's a big deal. 311222, the mathematical anomaly of my Mayday friend and I. That 3/11/2022, when that mathematical anomaly hit 287 is 88 days. Perfect. 880 days. That's fascinating. That's mind-blowing. If you were to go to 886, though, that would tell you, I think, if my math is correct, yeah, he would be 86th. 88 would be 86th on Tuesday, August 13th. And he would rise 888 on the 15th. That would be 888 days. That's, definitely something to look forward to. Because this stuff never ends. This stuff never ends. So my car accident in 1978 to the 86ing day of August 7th is 16806. 86 code, but I want to look at that 813 again. Now I want to run everything to 813 based off what I saw. Yeah, that's a big deal. I can't share it because I should have shared that on the personal cipher video I did on that one channel. That's big, though. That's big. October 8th, 2021. I don't know why I'm looking that up. Oh, no time to die. I'm sorry. So no time to die would be 136 days or 1,036 days, 1036 days. To the rising day, 36, remember, is Adam in Jewish gematria. And he is the Black Adam. If we run that to the 15th, yeah. But anyway, the no time to die, that's a big deal. If you run it to the 86ing day, it's 1034, and we know 34 is murder in full reduction. The minutes begin with 148, 8. So it's a fusion of Donald J. Trump and Trump. Opens up the minutes 1488. 89 begins the seconds, which is, again, the rising day, because, hey, it's no time to die. 89 is also in the minutes, 148896. 147 weeks. Ooh, are you ready for this? On the rising day, no time to die to the rising day is a perfect 148 weeks. Donald J. Trump and Simple Gematria. What's the chances of that? That also works for the rising day of the 15th, 148 weeks and 6 days. We never get out of the woods, do we? So the mathematical, I don't know. It's not a mathematical anomaly. I'm sorry. When it was the midpoint of 2 total solars and 2 total lunars on the day Sirius the Dog Star rose, which imagine that all three events on August 12th, 2022. There was 2R8016 day. It's 726 days. 726 Antichrist in English Gematria. That's just mind blowing. Oh, I looked up November 2nd. That's what that was about. So our total solar eclipse to make the X across America, 287 is a perfect 121 days for Antichrist. We have shown that before. Uh, 10/23/2012, that would be one of the Skyfall premieres. On the rising day, it's 4/308. 38 again is murder. But the 14308, if you know, you know. Skyfall also had its big premiere date nationwide. So on the 86ing day, it actually gives you the rising day for 289, the 289 Mustang, the 89 of the rising day is given to you in the days of the release to the 86ing day. It's confusing, I know. Quantum of Solace had a bunch of dates, and it's 83 is Quantum of Solace's URL. You start running Quantum of Solace. Do I have the 2008 dates up here? They're over here somewhere. Yeah, the 2008 dates, Quantum of Solace, 188 months. 189 months, but it's a perfect 5,761 days. 761 is the amount of verses combined, Revelation and Daniel. And its other premiere date is also 5/7/61. So you have the 5/7/61 for Quantum of Solace. You have 761 coded to one of the premiere dates to the rising and one of the premiere dates to the event date. So Quantum of Solace is definitely telling you, because see, they got 3 dates. They got October 29th, October 31st, November 14th. So those are just big deals. When you see 761, which they gave us that card tag in the Dark Knight, and immediately gave us the 135. I forget which one came first, but they were within minutes of each other. I did a video on that. And the 135th prime number is 761. So 135 is code for end times. 761 is code for end times. It's a fusion of my birthday, 7/6/1961. My first address was 404 Lime Street. The amount of verses of Revelation. This is what I was born to do, wasn't it? For the Lord, it's his math. It's his world. So what else here? Volume's good. Just wanted to double check that. So this was, yeah, I know what that is. And 9/11, know what that is. Know what that is. All right, so 11/6. This would be the Skyfall dates, if I'm not mistaken. 8 years, 9 months. I mean, Spectre. This is the Spectre dates. Spectre had 2 different dates. And if you run it to the 87 or to the rising days, it's 8 years, 9 months, no matter what. So you have 89 coded. It's just coded. What else can I tell you? It's coded, it's coded, it's coded, it's coded. So that's pretty much it for the prep. This will probably be the last video that I do on the matter. It is extremely high watch day for me, this whole August 7th, rising on August 9th. Based off Donald Trump and Donald J. Trump, both in the Jewish gematrias, have the 89 in it. All right, love you.